Gamerzclass, welcome to an exclusive video here. We are looking at the top 10 most OP players in the game. The criteria for this video, we are looking at players under 100k. You might have noticed my language. I said we. I have brought a guest. I have brought along your second favourite FIFA coach on the membership, Mr. Jambu. How are you doing today, good sir?
Hello. How are we doing, boys?
Good to have you here, Jambu. I know that you, over the years, have been quite well known in the pro scene for, should we say, experimenting with different players, getting the best out of your coin budget. So I thought you'd be good to bring into this video. So I'm excited for this one, Jambu. I don't know about you.
Yeah. There's some quality players here that if you're on a low budget, like I have been on some FIFAs, you can get these boys in and give yourself a little bit of a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys ever saw the Chemistry Styles video that we did, but Chemistry Styles 100% work this FIFA. I think they worked on previous ones. Jambu says he isn't so sure, but we know for sure they do work, don't they, Jambu?
They do, yeah.
So when we look at these players, one of the things we're going to talk about is like the chemistry links they've got. They'll be good because they can link into players. They've got the right stats in the right places, but with a chemistry style, how good they can be. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to take it in turn. I'm going to go with a player. Jambu's going to tell me if he's on his list as well, and we'll see how many players we get similar in our top 10. We'll tell you the price. I think there'll be a few differences, but there's definitely going to be a few that same. I'm going to start us off, Jambu, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Lord Lucas Klosterman. Surely he's on your list.
He's on the list, yeah, coming in at around 5k.
Crazy, like, talk me through this card. I'm just getting him up on my screen.
I mean, he has 98 sprint speed with a shadow.
Which
He's
is insane.
defensively solid, but then with that shadow, it makes him into a beast.
Yeah, like
He's not
91
the best
interceptions.
physically. Yeah, not the best physically, but when he's that quick, it doesn't really matter.
He's pretty good on the ball as well for such a low-rated card.
Yeah.
German, pretty easy to link in. It's a strong link to Neuer. Bayern Munich have some very good players in the game this year. If Upamecano keeps getting a few cards, then he's a very good card. There was the Mukiele objective that I think's still available. He's a pretty good right-back. Like 5k for a guy who... And you can probably find him with a shadow on for 5k, by the way. With a shadow, instantly can keep up with any striker in the game. That's just ludicrous. For me, if he was 50k, I would still use him. He's that good. I hate playing against Klosterman. So yeah, Lord Lucas Klosterman, number one on my list. Jambu, hit me with one of yours.
Right, I'm going with this guy. I'm actually in disbelief that this guy's under 100k. And he's only just coming in at over 50k. I cannot believe it.
Go on.
Hazard.
Yeah, I had Hazard in on this list.
How on earth is that card 55k?
He had a bit of a down year last year at Madrid, so he's gone from like a 90 to an 88. But if you look at the card, like he's got base 92 dribbling, 88 pace. Like, I'd probably be putting a Hunter on him.
Hunter on him, yeah. Low 90s finishing, near maxed out pace. And then you've got...
Look at that dribbling.
Without a chem boost on the dribbling, you've still got one of the best dribblers in the game.
He has the finesse shot, the outside the foot, 4-star, 4-star's good. 63 strength.
Unreal.
63 strength's not exactly bad either for someone who's that... Like, he'll be pretty glitchy with that balance and agility.
Yeah, he is crazy value.
And he's a left winger. Who are you going to link him to?
I mean, there's a number of options. I've got one on my list.
Yeah, I think we'll get to him, but yeah. Being Real Madrid, La Liga, Belgium, which is one of the good nations, like, this card for its position, does it have a weakness?
No.
Not really.
No,
like
you can play him as a wide cam, a middle cam.
Striker, if you really want.
Yeah, depends on your team. He could play up front. Anywhere in the attack, he's going to be great. He won't be out of place in any team with that dribbling.
Yeah, fantastic card, and like I said, a lot of the time on previous FIFAs, one of the things you would find would be if you got a card that seemed stupidly cheap, it was normally because how on earth were you going to fit him into your team? But this Hazard's absolutely easy to fit into your team. Okay, I'm going to hit you with a crazy one here, Jambo. This was the one before this video, we said we're going to come up with a top 10 each. We have not discussed whatsoever, so I don't know who Jambu's listed, but Jambu kept saying, there's this, how on earth is he this price? And it was Hazard. I thought he was on about this guy. He was one of the biggest tormentors on FIFA 20. He was known as a rat. He even tweets about his card being so notorious on FIFA. It is Wissam Ben Yedder. Do you know how much this card is, Jambu?
How much is he?
25,000 coins.
That is ludicrous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Didn't make my list, but yeah, he is worthy for sure.
Alright, get the card up. Like, what am I seeing here?
No, yeah, he is 5-star weak foot, great on the ball, crazy value.
Decent strength, like with a hunter. He has 96 excel, 92 sprint speed, which is good enough. 99 movement, 98 finishing, so in the box he's about as good as it gets. His passing's not bad, especially when you combine it with 5-star weak foot. Is there many strikers with that good dribbling?
No, he's one of those where it's like...
He turns so well.
It's quite rare you get a striker who's like that agile and stuff. That's normally the wingers, isn't it? But Ben Yedder has sort of winger agility with strikers finishing.
Yep, and it's not exactly hard to link a French player in on this game.
No.
Like, for 25k, he is unreal value, and I couldn't believe when I saw that was his price. He was the player I thought he was on about, to be honest. Okay, Jumbo, hit me with one.
This guy's coming in at 1,000 coins.
Oh, interesting.
And he is an absolute beast. It is Emre Can.
Jeez, yeah, I remember when I saw his card, like, ludicrous. Yeah, I didn't actually put him on my list, but he is very worthy of this.
He's got crazy physicals, great defending, decent on the ball, good passing, but with a shadow, he is nuts.
Good weak foot.
Yeah.
His work rates are perfect as the destroyer. Like me and Jambu like to talk about the creator-destroyer combo at CDM. With a shadow, I don't even get how this is possible for him, but he has 94 interceptions and 96 standing tackle.
He's big as well, isn't he?
He's 6'1", which is good. This is basically like the mid Ballack, but a bit worse across the board. But mid Ballack's a million coins, is it? And yeah, like this card's loot, and this card's better at defending, by the way. But Emre Can, he's not exactly hard to link in again. You'll notice all these players that we're doing so far are very easy to put into a team. Okay, I've got a good one here.
Yeah.
It's another 1,000 coin beast. Charlie boy, Mr. Richarlison. He might not be quite as OP. Yeah, he might not be quite as OP as some of the players in this team, but I'm talking here about a player who's Premier League. He's Brazilian. He's got the weak foot. He's basically a similar-ish card to Ben Yedder in some ways. A bit slower, but he does have more sprint speed. Not quite the same shooting. Not as good on the ball, but he's very good physically. I think he will require a couple of informs to become top tier. But for 1,000 coins...
He is the cheap R9.
Yeah. For 1,000 coins, you're getting a Brazilian Premier League striker with 4-star, 5-star, who, with a hunter on, is pretty solid across the board.
Yep.
Like, you can literally afford him from your welcome backpacks. Like, your reaction there when you heard he was 1,000 coins. Like,
that is ludicrous value.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Okay, hit me with one, Jambu.
Right, we're scraping here. We're looking at someone who right now they're bang on 100k.
Oh, I think I know what it's gonna be. Go on.
It is Ferland Mendy.
I mean,
and the reason I say that is because there is other players that are a lot cheaper that you might see as better value, but with Mendy, you can use him all year, and he's not ever going to be outdated.
Well, to give you an example, I run a team worth nearly 15 million coins, and he starts for me.
Yeah.
Like, what people might think here is, how can a left back be good value at 100k when there's so many cheaper options. But, I mean, coming back to the Hazard one, this is the player we was obviously on about. Hazard has a strong link to him. He has a triple link to one of the very best centre-backs in the game right now in Varane. French in general's great. And we've said it before on videos, Jambu, I'm sure of it, where we're like, if you were building the perfect left-back, and obviously you couldn't just go 99 all the stats, Mendy's pretty much covered across the board, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got everything you want. Even when it goes to the smaller details, like a through ball down the line on his weaker foot, he's got that.
Yeah, his passing's fine. He's decent on the ball. He's very good physically for someone so fast as well. Like Jambu said, you could use this card for the rest of FIFA. If you use this card on the first day of FIFA, or you use him in August, okay, in August he might not be like top tier still, but you would get away with him still. So even though he might go down in coins eventually, it's still great value because he'll be good all year. So yeah, Mendy, in my opinion, is probably the second best left back in the game after Zambrotta's left back, and it's close. So yeah. I don't think you're going to find many players under 100k who are arguably the second best player in their position. Okay, I'm going back to La Liga. This boy's not quite as popular this year, but I still think he's pretty ludicrous value at this. And there's 3 midfielders that you're probably going to look for, and I think you'll end up going for one of the others. Frankie de Jong.
Don't have him, but yeah, he's very, very good.
Talk to me about what you think of him, Jambu. So I've got his stats up here.
With him, he's a mix of someone who can defend, but because he's got such good dribbling, like he's not out of place when he goes forward either. It's a weird one with him, because he's not like a De Bruyne, but then he's also not like a Kante. He's just something in the middle, isn't he? He does both jobs.
He's like a hybrid, he can do a bit of everything. His biggest weakness is a freestyle weak foot with not the greatest shooting. On this game, 63 finishing will still score sometimes, whereas last year it just never would. Yeah. But his 80 pace is quick at this point for a midfielder. Yeah. You can get that to 90. 90 short pass. That's up there at the moment on this game. His dribbling's world. 74 strength and 70 aggression. That surprised me. I didn't think he would be quite that physical. He's got 90 stamina, good defending. I think you're probably going to come at me with another La Liga midfielder, but for me, Frankie at 30k, Barcelona, Dutch. I also just like, he's a nice player to use. He feels good in game. I think that's really good value, to be honest.
Yep.
Okay, Jambu, your turn.
We'll stay in La Liga. We'll stay in midfield.
Yeah,
and we'll stay with insane value. It is Valverde.
This boy is a joker. Like, instantly, all that comes to mind is 99 sprint speed, I think he can get. He can get 99 sprint speed, can't he, with Shadow? Or is it?
Yeah, I think it's 82 acceleration, 89 sprint.
Yeah, so 99 sprint speed, 91 interceptions, 90 stand tackle. His physicals are good. His passing's solid. On last year's game, I reckon he would have felt a bit clunky, but this year's game, the dribbling isn't quite as hard to do, so he feels decent on the ball. He's a bit limited compared to some of the top tier midfielders, but how many coins is he coming in at?
He is coming in at 18k.
18k for that boy.
Yeah.
That's just not right. Like,
no, it shouldn't be allowed.
I genuinely think on previous FIFAs this card could have been 60, 70k at this point. I don't know what's happened with the market this year, but there's some ludicrous players in this list. Okay, I'm going to go back to another league. I'm not sure, have we got anyone on the list yet from that? No, we haven't. I'm not sure you'll have even spotted this guy, Jambi. Maybe I'm doing you dirty here, but this guy's a bit of an animal. He's a bit of a FIFA legend. I think, is he Colombian? I think he's Colombian, yeah. Do you know I'm on about a Colombian striker?
Is it Muriel?
It is Lucas Muriel. Have you seen his Champions League card?
I actually haven't.
Get it up, man. This card's crazy. I can't remember
what league's he in? Is it Italian?
Yeah, he plays for Atlanta. This is a dynamic card, by the way, so if Atlanta get out of the group stage, this card could get even further upgrades. I'm not sure where they're placed right now. If they're at least top 3, though, he could turn into a Europa League card, but this card's...
He is a bit of a monster, isn't he?
This card's 50k. Look at that card with a hunter on him.
Yeah, that is a serious player.
He's the best striker in Serie A after CR7, I would say. He has near 99 pace with a hunter, 95 movement finishing. His passing's not bad. He's got some of the best dribbling on the game for one of these like price strikers. Have you seen his strength? 79 strength's pretty damn good. 4-star, 4-star. I don't know about you. Lucas Moura always seems to play quite well as well. He's just one of those FIFA players.
Yeah, he's just built for FIFA.
Yeah, he's got a similar body type to Ben Yedder, I think, on FIFA. And 50k to get probably the second best player in one of the most popular leagues, who does have potential to get upgrades. Like, if he gets an 84, this card's getting near 99 finishing and movement and has 99 pace. So,
yeah,
pretty crazy value, and I thought that was one that maybe might not be as well known. Jambu, your turn.
Right, we're going to go in for a little bit of a higher end player again. We're coming in at about 95k here.
Okay, I think I know where you're going.
It's Big Joe.
Oh no.
Mr. Gomez. Unbelievable. I get people asking me, who should they have in, him or Virgil? Yep. Who do you think?
Joe. This game's about pace.
Yeah.
Virgil is unreal, but I think you and me at the start tried to have low depth to counter the through balls.
Yeah.
But we found having really low depth at first somewhat was working, but then as people discovered the new tricks, the way to exploit the AI runs, the patterns of it, if you sit too deep, which you have to do with slower centre-backs, you end up just giving up too many chances. So you have to up your depth a bit. I think that is the meta, to have at least a few depth rather than the really low depth. Yeah. And if you have 4+ depth, which you probably do need, as good as Virgil is against good players who have these 99 pace chemmed up strikers, he's just a bit slow.
Yeah, if a ball gets in behind Virgil, he's finished, whereas Gomez is catching him.
This guy haunts my dreams, man. He's a nightmare, man. Like, every weekend league, I could close my eyes before I see the team and probably call it Varane, Mendy, Gomez. Like, they're nearly every game. And you also have the long-term potential of upgrading to his inform. That card, man. That inform.
Yeah, he is.
Might be the best centre-back in the game. That inform's one of the best centre-backs in the game.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, like, this Joe Gomez doesn't really lack anything. 3-star weak foot's good at centre-back. He can pass, he's good on the ball. Like, absolute baller. And you might think 100k is not too cheap, but you're getting at least top 10 centre-back in the game, and that includes all the icons. He might be top 5, including icons. I think the only gold centre-back that can rival him is Varane. So, yeah, he's an absolute monster and very worthy of a place on this list. Okay, I'm hitting you with another left-back. I think he's better value than Ferland Mendy, but slightly worse. Alfonso, Mr. Davies from Bayern Munich. Do you know how much it is? 25k.
That is great, isn't it?
It's 25k, and he's probably going to go down even more because he's 25k now whilst his gold card's out of packs. Because he's got the Champions League card. So I think last week before this he was like 17k.
Yeah.
So if you wait a week after this video goes live, he'll probably drop to about 15k. 15k, Jambu, for a guy who has 96 pace. He's good on the ball. Like, he has 85 agility and dribbling. He's good physically. Like, 4-star, 4-star. Bayern Munich links. What are your thoughts on that?
That is insane value. And what makes it even better is I've got 2 players sat on my list right now that are going to give you that little triangle on the left-hand side all together for a super budget price.
I have a Road to Glory account, and Davies and the Bayern triangle that you're probably going to go to are a key part of that team. Okay, so we've got Alfonso Davies in there. Hit me with another one.
Right, let's throw in the centre mid. So if you don't want Emre Can in there, who's obviously $1,000, and you want it just a little bit more expensive, come in at 7k. We're going to go with Goretzka.
7k for Goretzka. He's actually quite good physically now as well. Like, the guy's beefed up in real life, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He nearly has 80 plus on all his base stats.
Yeah.
How is that 7k? What is his weakness?
He hasn't really got a weakness.
He's not. He's one of these where he's like jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
But like at this point of the game, and I like players like this as well, Jambu, where you can kind of change them into the player you want, where they're good enough across the board. So if you put a Hunter on him, he becomes pretty good at finishing. If you put an Engine on him, he becomes a good playmaker. Put an Anchor on him, he becomes that like big beefy midfielder. Put a Shadow on him, he becomes that like box to box, can do a bit of everything, but very good, quick and good at defending. Like if he gets a couple of informs, he becomes one of the best midfielders in the game. Yeah, bit of a card that 4-star weak foot and 7k for a player who can link to some of these Bayern players. Like he's got to be one of the best value players in the game right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Leon Goretzka, there we go. This one might be a bit controversial based on what we've been saying about the pace, but based on how good his other stats are, I'm going to go for him anyway. Koulibaly. Have you seen his card?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you know how much he is?
How much?
25k.
He's actually pretty similar stats-wise to Virgil, isn't he?
Yeah, but even stronger. And what I want to add for this card is, he's 25k right now. When Icon SBCs come out, literally just because of his reg, he will be more than 25k.
Yeah.
So he's literally cheaper right now. He is an investment.
Yeah.
He will go up in price when Icon SBCs come out because the SBCs will require high-rated players. So he's cheaper than he actually will be. He has that ludicrous defensive awareness at 91. I don't think he's as much of a liability this year on the ball because I don't think the dribbling's as important. 94 strength. Can you think of any top players who actually have that higher strength stat?
No.
Like he's as strong as it gets. I played with him. I played court with Matt HD on his Road to Glory team, and he had Koulibaly in the team. And I was thinking it was a bit of a weird choice. You remember like last year, Langley at the start, we had that like gravity field where he just sucked the ball towards him.
Yeah.
Koulibaly seems to do that. He's got high reactions, such good defender. Like with a Shadow, he has 96 defending awareness, 99 standing tackle, 97 interceptions. He's not rapid, he's a bit slow, but still very good. For 25k, I don't think you can really go wrong there.
That is crazy value.
Okay, here we go. I've only got 2 left. Think you've got 2 or 3 left?
3.
Okay, give me one.
Oh, who to pick? We're going to go for... It's a right back. Again, for this video, we're looking more expensive, top end, 85k. But it's another one where I feel like you're going to be able to use this guy for a long time. I think right now he's the best right back in the game that isn't an icon.
Kyle?
It is Kyle.
Yeah, again, I use him in my God squad. One of the questions I always get asked, Jambu, is Semedo or Walker? Because last year Semedo was better, weren't he?
Yeah.
Why
is Kyle struggled on the ball last year?
Yeah, but why is that okay this year?
Because it just don't matter, and he's so rapid and physically good.
Yeah,
he's just unreal. Like Semedo cannot compete physically.
The thing is as well with Walker, you can put the Anchor Chem style on, which for a lot of players you want a Shadow still to max the pace. It doesn't max his acceleration, but the +5 fits perfectly with his 94 sprint speed to give him 99, which is huge. And then he gets 89 strength. Like, yeah. What wingers are dealing with that?
No, he's going to be as quick as any attacker, stronger than the attackers, better aggression. He's just unreal.
His passing's better than I thought it would be as well.
Good passer, 78 short.
He feels decent on the ball. His defending stats aren't too bad. So, yeah, Kyle Walker's an animal and obviously has very good links. Okay, this one... This could win the biscuit here. Like this guy is known always as one of like the cheap beasts of FIFA. Ousmane Dembele. I don't think we could have done the video without mentioning him. Jambu, thoughts on Ousmane?
2 left on my list.
Well, there we go. What are your thoughts on Ousmane?
I mean, he is built for FIFA on a budget. You've got the 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills,
How many players in the game are there with 5-star, 5-star? There's probably not even 10. There's probably not even 10, is there? Can you name some? Zidane, R9?
Zidane, R9, Cruyff, Neymar.
Yeah, there's a couple of weird ones, I think, but there's hardly any. Like, that is a pretty exclusive list, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
he's so good on the ball. Like, I think he's quite small, isn't he?
No, he's 5'10".
Oh, that's actually bigger than I thought. But he's very good on the ball, rapid. Yeah. Obviously, he can use both feet. You need something to put that finishing up a bit.
Yeah, but he's quick enough. You could probably go for like a finisher or Deadeye Chem style. The finisher would basically max out his dribbling and give him like 85 or 90 finisher. I can't remember. I liked your phrase there. Built for FIFA on a budget. Ousmane Dembele. Last year he was an 84, slightly better than this card. Not much in it. Pros were using him in qualifiers to lower their ratings. He was that good. He survived in pro teams, so says all you need to know about him. You've got one left then?
Yeah, we're going to complete that Bayern trio. It is going to be 1.5k for Lucas Hernandez.
Yeah, so this guy's probably not quite as good as Alaba. I think you'd agree it's close. But he's French, which is very nice for hybriding. And 1.5k for this guy. Like,
him or Alaba. You can do either, but they're both great value.
Lucas Hernandez is just stupid for 1.5k. Like, he's got good weak foot, 3-star. And when I say good weak foot, you might think 3-star's not normally that good. But how often, Jambu, do you really need more than that centre back? You played simple passes.
You're just playing simple passes, yeah.
He's got high aggression. His jumping's nice. His defending's actually quite well rounded for an 82. 79 short pass is really good. It's one of these again. If he gets a couple of informs, he becomes a top tier guy. And like you said, when you're looking to build cheap teams, you're always looking, really, aren't you, Jam, before those little triangles of chemistry that are gonna make. Like, you can't build the best cheap teams without hybriding. And by hybriding, we mean using different leagues. Okay, the last one I've got. This guy is a triple link to one of the players that we've used. Who do you think it is? Midfielder. Can you remember? Jambu can't see my screen here, so he can't see who we're picking.
It's not Tolisso, is it?
No.
Okay.
Premier League, Brazilian.
Triple link.
Yep.
Oh, Alan?
Alan, yeah. Do you know how much this boy is right now?
How much?
15,000 coins.
That is a joke, isn't it?
He has 4-star skills. His 3-star weak foot's not unreal, but it's okay, especially when you consider how good his dribbling is. He's a bit slow. That's probably the biggest issue with him. 69 sprint speed is a bit meh. 74 finishing's not bad. 84 short pass. All his dribbling stats are above 80. 88 interceptions and stand tackle means with a shadow he has 98 on 2 of the most important defending stats. 90 aggression, 92 stamina, triple link to Charlie. Brazilian, like, what can't you like about that card other than the sprint speed?
No, amazing value. He's one of them as well. Because if he's got like good dribbling and stuff, he's not going to be a liability going forward. And then with that finishing, if he does get a chance that's clear cut, he's got a fairly okay percentage of being able to put it away too. So all round, very, very good.
Yeah, I think that guy is way too cheap. I'll reel off the list, Jambu, because you haven't got the screen in front of you. But we're going to go through these again. Like, we're not going to talk about them, I'm just going to reel the list off. Ben Yedder, Richarlison, Hazard, Frenkie, Alan, Emre Can, Mendy, Valverde, Klosterman, Walker, Muriel, Gomez, Alphonso Davies, Leon Goretzka, Koulibaly, Dembele, Lucas Hernandez. Like, how insane is that? Some of these players.
If you had to pick one who you think's the best value on there, who are you thinking? I'm probably going to go Hazard. It's between him and Gomez, I think.
Oh,
Or no, Mendy actually.
It's tough.
Hazard at 55k is just ludicrous.
Like, then Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder with 100 is not far off being top tier at striker.
Yeah.
25k for a French 5-star weak foot near top tier striker. Klosterman. Klosterman's not hard to link in and has 98 sprint speeds, an animal in game. Like, Usman can... I don't know, there's so many good options here. Like, I'm genuinely, like, when I was doing this list, I know you were the same. We were on a call as we was making our list but didn't tell each other who we were looking at. We were just like, how on earth are these players this price?
Yeah.
It's just insane. Like, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Surely it's going to have given you a lot of good options for your squad building. It's ended up being a lot longer video than we thought, but I guess that's testament to how insane value some of these players are on the market. We didn't mention any keepers, Jambu, but I'm sure your advice will be the same. Just go for a 90, 89 high rated one because they're so cheap anyway.
It's the highest rated best you can afford.
All the top keepers except for icons are stupidly good value anyway, so we didn't want to mention keepers because they're not like OP players or whatever, but yeah, these players are just stupid. Any final thoughts, Jambu?
No, not really. Just go out, get some of these and enjoy being able to compete on a lower budget.
Wise words. Appreciate you tuning in for this one, boys. Thank you for Jambu for joining me on this. Have a great evening and good luck this weekend, League.